I understand how you feel. I've been through... But before I could finish, he threw my note to the ground.
Shut up and never touch my stuff again.
My face turned red again, but this time it was with anger. I couldn't hold it and screamed out, "You jerk! I regret ever liking someone like you!" I was trembling. Right at that moment, I felt someone touch my shoulder. Marcus? I immediately dashed away from there. Marcus grabbed my arm, but I pulled away forcefully and kept running despite his attempts to call out and chase after me. Does he have multiple personality disorder? Just a moment ago he was yelling at me, and now he's pretending to chase after me? Then, I arranged to meet Owen at the coffee shop to vent out all the frustration of the day. But, to my dismay, Owen wasn't standing by my side as usual. I know you had good intentions when you did that, but Ben, you read his journal without his permission. Do you know that's invading his privacy? But no one really understands him. Only I know that he's not as happy as he seems on the surface, and he's upset about that thing. I just want to empathize. You see, he doesn't even have a close friend. But that hardly relates to his privacy being respected, right? I stormed off and didn't bother to talk to Owen the whole day. He's my best friend. Why doesn't he understand what I did? I just acted with sincerity, yet getting rebuffed like that. But honestly, after talking to Owen, I felt a bit guilty. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept tossing and turning, thinking about Marcus' actions and Owen's words, and could only finally doze off when dawn broke. The next day, I was still angry, so I didn't bother to go teach Marcus anymore. After school, I intended to head straight home, but curiosity got the better of me. So I decided to turn back. Look, he's just sitting there waiting for someone who will never come. Such a pity. I felt triumphant for getting back at Marcus, but also sensed that I was a bit too much. Whatever, this is nothing compared to what he did to me. That night, I was studying when I heard a knock on the door. Marcus? I immediately slammed it shut, but he had managed to wedge his foot in. I reluctantly let Marcus in, but refused to say anything to him. He kept rambling on how his day went, and then asked me why I didn't show up.
Looks like we succeeded. My test got an A today.
So this agreement is a splendid success, huh?
You done yapping? If so, get your sorry butt out of here, please!
Ben, wait! I'm sorry for my rude behavior that day. I was so embarrassed that I became angry to hide it away.
I fear the feeling when someone gets a drop on me and all my vulnerabilities are exposed.
So it's my fault then, for exposing your vulnerabilities. Sorry then, is that what you want? Now, get out of my life!
Ben, come with me to this place. I promise, if I can't change your mind, I won't bother you again.
With that, Marcus pulled me along, though I still felt a bit uneasy inside. I let him lead me without any resistance. Then, we arrived at the hilltop. The scenery here was truly breathtaking and romantic, overlooking the entire city with its dazzling, mystical lights. How did you find this place? And why did you bring me here? Marcus remained silent for a while, then blurted out.
The poems in that journal are real. Those are all the emotions I've been holding back for so long. And I think when you read them, you understood the thing, right? That I am gay and... Ben, I like you. From the first day we met, I felt that you were different from other people. And the more we talked, the more I felt something stir inside me every time you were around. But I always had to restrain myself. I denied myself because I fear facing my parents' disappointed faces if they find out about my true sexual orientation. They often ask if I'm seeing someone and why I didn't bring anyone home. And every time, I just laughed it off. My academic performance was already terrible, so I didn't want to become a failure in their eyes anymore. I didn't want to hurt you at all, I swear. It's just that when my secret was exposed, I couldn't control myself. As for our deal... Alright, no need for any more work. Clear out. No more deals or anything. No, I can't. Just the thought of not seeing you every day is unbearable to me. That's why I rushed to your house tonight, you know? Let's just be together, but sincerely, not as part of an ideal. So, from that moment on, we became a couple. But, of course, a secret one. We sneakily met during break, exchanging food during lunchtime, and sometimes even skipped classes to give each other a kiss. Talk about typical clandestine romance. But the truth grew out. We finally got busted. From then on, the Bannerkers couple, a combination of Ben and Marcus, if you're not clear, was born, and we even had a fan club formed by students in the school. I was so excited to find out about it. I wonder if I can check off all these sections for a lifetime. Oh my, I didn't expect you to go this far. But I also worried for Marcus, so I suggested that from now on, we stop meeting at school and just ignore the rumors.
Hey, what's this all about? Don't tell me this is real.
Oh, of course not. We're just friends. He's just tutoring me.
Okay, that's good.
And don't tell my mom and dad about this. I'm afraid they'll...
I know.
That weekend, Marcus told me that his parents wanted to invite me for dinner as a thank you for helping their son improve in his studies. I hesitated for a while, but finally agreed. The dinner went quite smoothly. Marcus' parents looked quite strict, but they were friendly and always kept the atmosphere lively.
Thank you so much. My boys had so many tutors before, but never made any progress.
That's right. His head's always full of basketball this, basketball that. When he boasted about getting an A, I almost fainted from shock.
The only odd one out that evening was Katie. She didn't say anything and just buried her face in the phone, refusing to engage in conversation despite her parents' repeated prompts. Somehow, I couldn't shake the feeling that she was glaring at me the whole time. I hope I was wrong. After dinner, I helped Katie clean up. Then I brought out some homemade cookies and smiled warmly. My friend Owen really likes you. I wonder if... Before I could finish, Katie interrupted.
Sorry, first of all, I don't eat cookies. Yuck. Ugh. And second, I guess you're about to ask if I want to date your friend, aren't you? No. Because he's just as much as a loser as you are. It's embarrassing enough that you're always clinging to my brother.
Then Katie left, leaving me standing there dumbfounded. I can't believe what I just heard. How can she be so rude? The next day at school, I wanted to tell Owen to give up on Katie. But as soon as he saw me, he ran over and hugged me tightly. Ben, you're truly a matchmaking genius. Thank you. Huh? What do you mean? Katie just asked me to her party this weekend. Isn't that awesome? Yay! What on earth is going on? But Owen looks so happy. I couldn't bring myself to tell him the truth. But one thing's for sure, there's something not right with Katie. And of course, I was at the party. I'm Marcus' best friend, duh. Turns out, his parents were away on a business trip, so Marcus and Katie had the run of the house now. Wow, we were indeed at a cool kid's party. Woohoo! Owen was even moved to tears. We played truth or dare, and oh my god, they asked me who I currently liked. How could I answer that? So I chose dare instead, and things got even worse. The whole crowd dared me to kiss Marcus. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Suddenly, Marcus leaned in close to me, but before he did something stupid, I immediately ran out. My whole body heated up as if I had a fever. The next day, Owen and I were happily walking down the hallway when we noticed a large crowd gathering. We squeezed through the crowd and saw Katie crying. It turned out that someone had stolen two of her mother's golden trophies at the party. One of Katie's friends suggested checking everyone's bags and lockers who attended the party last night. But by now, the thief has probably hidden all the evidence. Even so, we have to try everything, right? I can't stand seeing Katie crying like that. Then, he gently patted Katie's shoulder. Smooth move, Owen. So we checked everyone's belongings, but found nothing. It was Owen's turn. He opened his locker and, oh my god, there was a trophy inside. But how? I opened my locker and, what? Another one? What the heck is going on?
I knew it was you too. Hey, everyone! This guy Ben had Marcus' weaknesses in math to force him into being his boyfriend just to gain fame. And now he even dares to steal from my house.
Everyone looked at us with angry glares. But I didn't do it, I swear.
I wish Marcus were here so he could defend me. But where's he? Yes, after that, I became more famous than ever. My phone was bombarded with messages, and my face was all over the school forum with the headlines like creepy stalker and thief. I wish I hadn't gone to that darn party. I texted Marcus, but he never responded. Suddenly, I got a message from Katie. What's this? A video? Why are you dating that dude? I mean, you have more options other than that nerd. You're right. And indeed, at first, I only hung out with him to pass the subject. What is this? I can't believe such cruel words are coming out of his mouth. So all his words, his actions over time were just lies? But wait, something wasn't right. I rewound the video and gosh, aren't these the two missing trophies? The video was taken at midnight after the party had ended, but Owen and I had left long before that. I hurried to Marcus and Katie's house to show them the video.
I don't think you two left so soon. Who knew if you were lying?
Then check the CCTV then. There's one outside your house, right? Katie froze. I saw her lips trembling and her hands kept fidgeting. Did you put the two trophies in Owen and Ben's lockers? Katie stayed silent, but her bowed head said it all. Why would you do such a thing?
Because I didn't like how he clung onto you. He turned you into this. Before, you were never like this.
I am like this all the time. I always am. Then Marcus poured out all his feelings to our astonishment. Since middle school, I've realized I was different from other boys. I was no longer attracted to girls, but instead, I started having a crush on some boys. Yet, I've never dared to admit it, because the idea of seeing my parents' faces filled with disappointment hurts me hard. But this time, I've made up my mind. I have feelings for Ben, and I won't hide them anymore, no matter what. Just then, there was a loud thud. Turned out Marcus' parents had returned from their business trip and stood there listening to everything from the beginning. Marcus froze, his lips sealed tight. My heart also pounded heavily. However, contrary to our expectations, Marcus' parents rushed over and hugged him tightly. Seeing that, I quietly stepped out to give them some private space.
We've been waiting for this day for so long. We're your parents. Of course we knew about it from a long time ago.
That's right. It's just that we didn't dare ask directly for fear that you'd feel embarrassed. We wanted to wait for the day you bravely spoke out of yourself. You're our child, and we'll always love you no matter what. And Katie, you have to understand and support your brother. Because we're a family, right?
Katie looked sulky, but then joined in, and the whole family hugged each other. It was truly a heartwarming scene, wasn't it? So everything ended peacefully for their family, while I was still stuck in a mess. Thinking about Marcus' words in that video made me feel bitter. As I was walking down the street, I heard a voice calling from behind.
Ben, wait! I'm sorry for not standing up for you the other day. I was such a coward who couldn't choose between you and Katie. And Katie also hid my phone away. And that video isn't what you think it is.
Then Marcus pulled out his phone and was about to show me the video again. No, enough already. So I just ran off without looking back. The next day, surprisingly, Katie posted a clarification for me and Owen. Thank goodness, she still has a bit of conscience, huh? So that's the end. My life's gone back to its old boring routine. But it's okay, I've got used to it anyway. Just then, Marcus shot me a message. It was the video from the party the other day. Jeez, he's such a bug. But then I noticed this video was longer than the last one. Curious, I pressed play. And you wouldn't believe what's in the second half of that video. After Marcus told that he just used me, people teased him even more. Marcus then got angry.
Yes, Ben might be a bit quirky, but in a good way. I like how he smells books every time he opens one, cheers whenever there's good food, and even when he blushed when embarrassed. But do you know what I like most about Ben? It's that he never judges others like you, jerks. That's right. I like him.